Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at something you sent in, a really detailed YouTube review of the consumer brand Vescartes.
Right. And the big question here is, well, is the product actually as good as the marketing?
Exactly. Is this brand delivering on all that incredible hype? Or is it just, a masterclass in visual marketing?
And they promised a lot. The ads were talking about eye-catching products, vibrant designs, clean lines.
Professional grade stitching, I think, was the exact phrase.
That's the one. So we're really digging into that point where the curated visual promise meets the actual product you hold in your hand.
And at first, it seems like they totally nailed it.
Yeah.
The reviewer pointed out that the unboxing experience was, well, it was solid.
The packaging was neat. Product arrived in good shape.
From a distance, it looked really sharp. The embroidery certainly looked branded and professional, just like in those studio photos.
And that's so fascinating, isn't it? Because that initial view, it completely confirms the marketing.
But only on the surface.
Exactly. Only superficially. It's a classic strategy, really.
Yeah.
You make that initial experience so positive that the buyer feels validated. You want to get them past that return window.
I see. So the real question then is, does that visual appeal actually reflect the structural quality?
The long-term durability of the item. Yeah.
And that's where the story started to shift, right? When they zoomed in.
That was the aha moment.
Yeah, that classic moment. Suddenly you could see the compromises. The reviewer found some of the threads were looser than anticipated.
Right. And a few of the edges just didn't feel as refined as they were advertised.
So not as clean.
And when you hear threads looser than anticipated, that's the immediate signal. It tells you this product, while it looks great, might not have the longevity you'd expect for that price.
Okay, but hang on. If the packaging was good and the embroidery looked professional, isn't that enough for most people?
That's a fair point.
Couldn't you argue they're just selling an experience, the look of luxury, and maybe the functional side is secondary to the vibe?
You absolutely could argue that, and that's precisely how the brand is positioned. The problem is the price tag. If you're priced like a premium luxury competitor, the market expects that impeccable, lasting craftsmanship. When the tactile quality only hits a mid-tier mark, the whole value proposition starts to feel a bit shaky.
Even if the service side is okay. I remember the review mentioned logistics.
Yeah, and that just reinforced the whole thing. Delivery time and customer support were fine.
Fine.
Polite and professional, but nothing outstanding. The entire experience, product, and service, it all lands firmly in that just decent category.
So we're not talking about a scam or anything like that. It's more of a massive expectation disconnect.
Precisely. The takeaway for you is pretty clear. Vescartes delivers real products. They exist.
Okay.
But if you're going in expecting that top-tier craftsmanship to match a luxury price point, then yes, it's going to feel a bit overhyped.
So the value really depends entirely on your own expectations.
Completely. If you need an attractive, casual piece and you're okay with that, you're fine. If you're paying for enduring high-end construction, you should probably recalibrate.
Which leaves us with a pretty big final thought, doesn't it? It's a world where all consumer brands rely on these highly curated online images to make the sale.
Right, where you can't touch or feel the product first.
How do you recalibrate your own judgment of value? Especially when the tangible quality only proves to be decent for the price, rather than truly exceptional.
What metrics really define a premium claim today?
A critical thought for anyone shopping online.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for sharing your sources and letting us dive into the world of Vescartes today. We'll catch you on the next Deep Dive.